Sure that works. Now, back down. Okay. Whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera like that. Kitty's probably gonna go crazy for this shit when he hears the charms jangling. If anybody's in the chat, sorry, I'm on early. I'm just trying to adjust cameras. Let me see. Nobody's in the chat yet. Okay, good. Oh, maybe it's from the music. We should stop this music from playing. Let's get some different music going. Okay, so... I'll just sit here and wait. Oh shit, there are people chatting. Hi. Hey Kristen, hey Ducky, hey Michaela, Rose, Angel, Belen, Kim, Jamie, Monica Friend, you're new. I don't know you, do I? I mean, welcome, but that's a new name to me. Welcome, I like new names. I like the new names. I'm blessing you all with a little bit of sage. To blow a little bit of that smoke through the internet. Cleanse your auras. Cleanse any bad juju you guys have on you. Any bad juju I may have on me. Although there's no such thing as a bad juju. I like Jewish men. Quite frankly. Alright. Put this out over the room. Tonight is Friday the 13th, Pisces full moon. Hey, I'm on early because I was fucking with camera angles and trying to figure everything out. I wanted to make sure that everything works properly. And it seems to be doing so. I'll put on some mood music in the background so we can get a little more comfortable. Let me see here. What do we want to hear? Because if I put on anything that Facebook doesn't like, they're going to clock me and tell me no. So I need to put on like instrumental stuff that they don't recognize. Let me see. Oh my god, shush. It just said Warner Music Group Rights Management claimed your video from fucking That's the Way, I like it. Because I was not even playing the video. Jesus Christ, man, they're listening to us all the time. If we don't think that they are, we're wrong. We're wrong, bitches. We're wrong. So I gotta go for some, like, quiet shit. Some music that they don't recognize. I want to play this, though, just because I can. So we'll play this really quick. I don't think anybody recognizes this. It'll be our opener. Just a little opener. How are you guys? Hey, Jen Nicole. Hey, Christina Avalos. Hey, Jamie Taylor, I heard about your dog, Jamie. I'm sorry to hear that. Your dog's got in a fight and passed. That's awful. That must have been really, really crazy. Don't you wish you were a blind girl playing violin in a New York subway? I do, quite frankly. Every time I hear that, I want to be Prairie, the girl who returns from the future or the past or wherever she returned from. I'm sorry, I know you are sad, Jamie. That's the passing of a pet is like it's the passing of a loved one. It's a passing of a family member, and you had two, correct? They got. I heard Ducky told me that there was two that got in a fight. That's horrible. They fought to the death. That's very intense. Like, and on Friday the 13th of all days. Thank you, Jamie. I love the music too. Let's find something to soothe Jamie's soul. Something that we can get away with soothing your soul with. Because Facebook is listening. They're not our friends. It's all conspiracy. Bunch of conspiring bitches. Okay, let's just play this. Because they've never seen the clock dance. It's by Spiritual Health Music. Oh shit! Whoops. Okay, it's starting over again. Alright, so I'm just waiting a little while. We can talk for a little bit if you guys would like to chit chat. It's not quite 7, which the flyer says 7, so we won't start reads until 7. I do have a couple of people that have paid me ahead of time to do readings for them, so they would take priority when they come into the room. I really appreciate that. Anybody else that would like to be assured a reading tonight, if you wanted to make a donation, you could certainly do that via my PayPal. If you do that, please post into the chat so that I know that you've done that, so that I can verify it. I've put the link up there. That would guarantee you a reading. I will be doing free readings interspersed. You won't have to wait till the end for a free reading. I'm going to do like one paid, one free, one paid, one free, or maybe a couple paid and then one free, and then bounce it around a little bit. And I'm going to try and do it between YouTube and Facebook people, okay? So that it's all shared. Do I look great in 4K, Kristen? You must be drinking Jello shots. I actually have new glasses on, and I'm not sure if I'm going to wear them the whole night because they feel a little bit like, because this should be the same prescription. Hold on, I'm going to go get the other pair. So, I was pissed that I got old and I had to wear glasses, right? I was super pissed. I was like, what do you fucking mean I have to wear glasses? Fuck that! So, when I went to go get glasses, of course, if I'm gonna get glasses, I'm gonna get like a bunch of pairs of glasses, because damn it, I have to wear glasses, so I'm gonna have different glasses for different moods. But these have been my go-tos for like a really long time. And so you guys are used to seeing me in these, and these are dirty as fuck. Like, I need to clean these off. But I'm used to these. These don't necessarily mess with my vision so much. These should be the same prescription, but for some reason they feel a little bit more intense. I don't know why. Like, I feel like almost like my vision's slightly blurry. So there's those, right? And I should get used to wearing those. These are getting kind of beat up, and these are my weatherman glasses. And then I have these, which these are kind of my favorite, but they're too big for my face. But I love the shape of them because they make me feel like I look like a weird art dealer or a cartoon character. The total dorkmobile glasses. But I love them for some reason. So I totally bought them, but I don't ever wear them because they don't sit on my ears right. They like rock back and forth like that, and I really look askew and fucked up. But I think they're kind of cool. I wish they were just like, they need to be tighter on my face so that they don't sit like that. Like, I look drunk, don't I? Like, I look like I've been having Jello shots with Kristen. Let's have another one. Who wants a reading? So, we won't be wearing those. That's a for sure. I don't know. I think I'll just go back to the weatherman glasses. Let me put all these away and get a cloth to clean my weatherman glasses. Okay. Okay. So hopefully let me clean up these ones. These are really my favorite. They're the most comfortable and I see the most easy. I guess I'm just used to wearing these the most. But these even go a little bit crooked on me. But that's because I've broken one of the little bridge holders. Whatever they're called. Is it 7 yet? It's not 7. Not quite 7 yet. Where are the ones that feel best for your eyes? That would probably be these, I think. I don't know. Or maybe my vision's going again. Who knows? Who the hell knows? So, it could be all the fucking sage smoke in here. It's not even that it's blurry vision, it's just so damn smoky in here. And I'm thinking that I'm going blind. But really what it is my aura is just really clean. Clean! Clean, I said. Your video keeps stopping, Rose? Oh, shit. Hey, Angel. Ducky, yours is too? I wonder if it's my internet on my end. It looks like everything's working. And I have 4 bars. I don't know, I hope it's gonna work okay. It's like a disco in here with all the smoke. Plus I have incense burning too, which is a little bit much, but whatever. And then I got the big white light on me, and I just feel like I'm being interrogated. Or whatever. Christina Avalos wants a reading. Yeah, let me get my pad. 1 second. So the way this will work is those of you that get free readings, okay, it seems okay now, good. Yours is better too, Ducky, that's good. We got you fine here, good. Jamie Taylor's better. Nate, oh, I think I'm good now, YouTube is fine. Love my background. Thank you. I'm gonna change it back to the ocean, but I just haven't rehung it. I didn't know where I had packed the wave one that I used to have in my living room in Mexico. I have it here, and I was trying to, I want to put it back up behind me, but I haven't quite yet. So I just put this up behind me instead of a white wall. Oh, excuse me. Okay. None of that. We can't be having that. It's time for Mountain Dew. I took a salt bath and meditated, and I think the warmth of the salt bath and the meditation plus the oils and everything that I put in there, I put like invigorating oils. I put sage, lemon, and orange to sweeten it, to make it more sweet. I didn't drink it, guys, but like just to brighten it, because the lemon should pop you and like wake you up and be an energizer. The orange is also energizing, but to me it also brings a sweetness, like a lang lang or a rose, you know, like a loved feeling. So I put in a little bit of mandarin and then some sage just for cleansing to work along with the salt for the bath. But I think the bath kind of lulled me into this like sort of like Turtle space. Oh no! I can't start yawning, so I'm gonna have some soda. Because that's what all spiritual people do, is they abuse themselves through sugar. Um, and hopefully that will help. That will help keep me awake during this while we do this. So what I'm gonna do, back to explaining, with Christina Avalos, I'll put you on the list as a free. The free readings will get like say one card or a few charms, where the paids are gonna get more full readings. So I know that Rose donated for a reading, so she'll get 3 cards. Thank you, Rose. Rachel donated, but I don't see her in the room yet, so I hope she's gonna show up. She wants a charming. She'll get a full charm. She paid me $30. And then Jen Nichols also paid me. I haven't seen her yet, but I'm assuming she will show at some point and want something. No, I don't think sugar will make me crash. I think sugar will wake me up a little bit. I'll crash afterwards, but hey, Heidi Phillips, how are you? Monica, the bath salts that I got are actually sea salt. It's sea salt that I bought at the ones that I used this time were sea salt that I brought from Mexico, but I used to buy it at the regular, they have these things called Semilla and Cereales stores, which is all spices, cereal, um, like dry goods stores, and you can buy sea salt in bulk, just in a big clear plastic bag. So I ended up bringing some of that back with me. So I usually use sea salt. You can use Epsom salts, but sea salt is best, I think. Oh, there's Rachel. Okay, Rachel is here. Awesome. So we're going to kick off with Rachel because she was the first one, then Rose. Then we'll do Christina Avalos for free. And then if Jen shows up, Jen Nichols is here. Okay, Jen, what did you want? Thank you for your donation. It was kind of crazy, girl. Like, I'm like, what? So thank you very, very much. Are you buying like a couple of readings or what are you doing, girl? Kristen Ravello says Andrea Maricol is sending money right now for Pendulum. Okay. Andrea, I'll add her to the list. Maricol. Pendulum. Her questions will come through me because she doesn't have YouTube. Well, that's fine. We can do it that way. So tired and sweaty, just got home. Nice, Heidi. Thanks for sharing, Sharon. That's kind of gross, but whatever. I'm kidding. You're welcome, Christina. You are welcome. What's a pedometer salt in my bath tonight? What's a pedometer? I don't know what that is. I just did a pedometer salt. Yeah, thank you, Jen. Like big time thank you. Like crazy. I saw that and I was like, what the fuck is she smoking? Do you want a charming or what did you want? Or do you want a card reading? Or do you want a personal reading on the side, like personally outside of this? By the way, if you guys didn't, it's just now 7, so we'll get started soon. If you guys did not see the unboxing of the deck we will be using next week, but our forecasts are going to change in the morning. We're going to be using a different deck. You guys can thank Jen Nichols for that deck. You can also thank Jen Nichols for the idea of this event, because she was the one that brought up the idea about having this tonight. So those of you that enjoy this, you can thank her for that. I'm going to thank her for the donation she made tonight. Jen Nichols is like being Santa Claus in September. I don't know what the hell's going on, but she's doing us all major solids and being very good to me and thus, therefore, you guys. So do thank her. Oh, Epsom salt. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, I like the art over there too in Mexico, Monica. She says her older brother goes to Mexico all the time. He loves it and loves the art over there. I do too. The art is amazing. I brought some of the art back. Like, I can't really show it to you because I have the cameras fixed, but there's a giant angel painting that I brought back from Mexico. 3, actually. And that couch that's on my Instagram. No, yawning. Okay, Mountain Dew. Now that I'm back in Texas, I can have Mountain Dew. It's so gross. It's like hillbilly champagne, but I love it. I fucking love it. It's so good. It's so sugary and sweet and good, and they don't really have it very widespread in Mexico. Um, Whatever, I'm happy to be here. I don't need anything tonight. If you have paid lines up, I have a few paid, but not many, and you kind of outpaid everybody. Not to toot your own horn, but whatever you want, you just let me know, and we'll take care of it. Um, uh, all right, so I'm gonna start with Rachel's charming. Rachel McIntyre, are you ready? And you wanted your career charmed, correct? I did receive the money from Andrea. Thank you, Andrea. Mountain Dew and Pop Rocks, totally. The diet of champions. No, it's just I don't know. I love Mountain Dew. I can't help it. It's like it's so wrong for me. I mean, I still have my original teeth, so that's good, but like I shouldn't be drinking it. It's so sugary, but it's just like the best. It is the best. It's like that and I don't know, a bag of Ruffles and I'm a happy dude. Yes, please. Okay, career for Rachel McIntyre. All right, guys, we have a lot of new shit in the. I shouldn't say shit. We have a lot of new things in the charm box, so it's going to be slightly different, and there are new surprises. So let's look at career for Rachel McIntyre. Spirit, please give me the time for Rachel McIntyre. I hope career stays. Oh, Jesus. One went flying out. Okay, I'm just tossing it back in. Well, actually, I'm going to leave it out because I'm not sure. Let me switch cameras and we'll see what happens with this. Let's see how this goes. All right, guys. Did we see this? We're seeing this correctly. Yes, this is the bottom of the... Yes, okay. All right. So I put in these new dice, as you can see. They have little phrases on them. Oh, let me get my pointer. All right, so let's see what's going on in our career space for Rachel. Oh, and let me put up the chat box really quick because I can't see you chatting. All right, so what I see here, there's a lot going on here. A lot of it is all in the present time space. Like it feels like it's all in the center of the board. You have a few things down here. There's a lot of hard work going on, I feel like. When I look at the hammer, I have the wrench crossing over the hammer, which to me says that there's hard work to be had. But there's somebody putting a wrench in the plans. And there is this idea here. You have the little heart with wings charm. Hold on, let me, shit. Let me slide up closer to the charm box so I can see better. So right here you have the little heart with the wings, and it is sort of like face up and upright for the most part, and it is in the center. And you have the microphone here, which is upside down. It feels like to me that there's something, maybe this is more in the past, but it feels like there's something that you aren't necessarily saying or did not say, that you needed to say, that maybe you're holding back or not speaking, not putting it forward. You might have been doing that more so in the past, but it's sort of like, I want to say like the ramifications of that linger in the now. Does that make sense? This heart with the wings, it makes me feel like you are trying to get to sort of your life's purpose or life goal. You are pursuing it. You are looking at that. You've been at it for a while because it sort of is a little bit dwelling in the past, but it sort of feels like it's flying into the present and on into the future. You've got a lot of hearts going on in here too. You have the hardened heart down here, which is upside down. This is more in the subconscious mind. And this is also like located in your past section. So it says to me that in your career space, I almost want to say like you've suffered a fair amount. I don't know if that's true or not, but it feels like there's been some wounds or scars, maybe some hurts that have happened in your career space along the way that have kind of formulated sort of how you feel or how you, your emotions around how your work, right? Now, here, this says to me you haven't given up hope, though. Like it says to me, you're willing to do the work. And then I look at all of these here, and you have this little charm here, and I think this says something. Let me just see. This is one of the new charms that I've added. I mean, it's like attached even to, did it literally clamp? No, it didn't clamp. It says love when you flip it over, okay? I don't think that these necessarily, and it has a little heart in it again, okay? So if you can see that, I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but I added these little one-word charms in here. So you have this love and it's attached to this heart with wings. So it says to me in your career space, you are working really, really hard to try and find the thing that you love the most or that most turns you on, that you find the most exciting, that you know, you are truly inspired by. It feels like where these charms are placed, they've been here for a little while, and, or you've been at this for a little while, and you're bringing it more into the present time, and it's becoming more of a reality. Now, it feels like there's been some hard work. That's where we have this hammer here, and it's over this wrench, which says to me that maybe there's been a wrench in your plans or something that's made things go a little bit screwy or not quite perfect or kind of gotten in your way, and you're working through that. You're trying or struggling with that. That's why the hammer's sort of upside down, but you are trying to get that together. The cat, to me, face down, represents sort of domestic space, and I feel like this is your domestic space kind of is being affected by all of this. It's sort of funny to me, like I feel like there's so many hearts here, because you have a heart here, you have a heart here, here, and here. Do you have any more? You might have more. No, you don't. But there's so many hearts going on here that it feels like your career really defines who you are on some level, on a deeper level, and you've got your home life and your family tied up too. This is the family charm, and they're face down. They're in your higher mind. I'm not exactly sure who your family consists of, but it feels like there's a heavy focus on sort of, if I get my career right, then my home will be right, then my family will be right. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like if I can just get my career space settled, everything will be okay. Now, when I go to flip this charm over, I think this is the small child, correct? Yeah. This is like the little child over the axe face down, and we have the healing charm, right? The doctor charm here. And I put this little bead in with a flower on it. I'm not even really sure what this bead means. I found it in a old box of mine, and I thought, oh, I'll add this to the charm box. To me, what does this mean? I don't know that this actually means anything just yet. Let me figure this all out. The axe means that something needs to be cut away. This child laying over the axe makes me wonder if there's somebody in your world or in your career space that might possibly be acting childish or blocking you, and you need to cut yourself free of them or break away from them so that you can bloom. That's this flower. It feels like if you can cut away this person that was laying across this axe, like they're sort of are kind of in your way, you can bloom, you can heal. You can, and quite possibly this, I think it's called a catechus, or the symbol for, hold on, just grab it. This is the symbol for, you know, like medical healing, that sort of thing. But it's upside down, but it is face up, so it seems to me like, it feels like all of these things are sort of intertwined, like there's something that needs to be cut away. And then underneath this, you have this arrow, which is pointing from the future into the now. And the way I want to interpret that is it feels to me like, and because we have the sun up here in the far corner, this is in the higher mind, in the far future, or in the future space, right? We have this sun sitting up here face down. It's like, are we going to be able to bring in this light? Are we going to be able to bring in this joy? Are we going to be able to bring in this energy in the future? Well, this arrow is coming at us from the future in a way, bringing, like pointing to us about this healing and blooming and cutting away what doesn't serve us, whatever that may be. If it's somebody acting like a child, or somebody that needs us too much, that relies on us too much as if they were a child, we need to sort of let that go, or be free of them so that we can bloom, we can heal. And I have a feeling like my intuition is telling me when we cut them away with this axe, we can sort of, this charm will go upright, and it will follow this arrow straight up to the sun and turn this sun upright in the future. Now, in the middle of all of this, we have this other charm that I added in, and this is just a thing of beauty. It was in a box of mine that I had found that I've been carrying around for 20 years, and I showed it to Ducky, and I was amazed that like I actually had a box of charms working from like literally 26 years ago or something, and they were like little pieces of metal. Like this little flower was in there, this little diamond was in there, this little, I don't know that it's a real diamond, don't, you know, but to me this represents clarity, beauty, all of those sort of things. It is sort of face down, so to me it may not be clear just yet as to what's going on into the future, because there's this sort of situation happening here, this work that needs to take place, this cutting away of like trimming the fat, letting things go. This says totally not happening. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of big and fat. It says, wait, sorry, totally not happening. But what I like about this is it's sideways like that, so it says it in this way, totally not happening. Because it's sideways, it says to me that it's a possibility it's totally not happening. You know what I mean? Like it's not necessarily like straight upright where I can read it clearly and it's like bam, it's not going to happen. This says to me like in the future we have a choice. Things are up for grabs. This sun says to me things are up for grabs. And this arrow says to me that like it's pointing to this whole situation here. There's something you definitely need to cut away. I also think that you need to let go of this idea that your career and your home and your family or your loved ones are so interconnected to it. The other thing here is going into the future, we have this heart with this sword through it. And to me, this feels like a warning. Like it feels like this, how we have this hardened heart here. Like if we've had hard lessons in the past, are we potentially going to recreate them for ourselves? To be aware of that and be careful. That we can have these lessons and be aware of them, but we don't have to necessarily automatically expect them or create them or have to deal with them. We can cut them free or cut them loose and have what it is we want. We don't have to believe that we're going to have to struggle or be hurt, if that makes sense, or like make a sacrifice for our career space. Again, you have the barbell down here in the subconscious mind, in the sort of present time future, meaning again, more hard work is taking place. It's hard work to not get, you have the crab. This is no longer my symbol for Cancer. This is now just my symbol for being crabby or bitchy. And I think that we're going to turn this over. It's like this is in the future. Are we going to be crabby? Like we have a choice here is how I feel with these two charms. We have the crab down here in the subconscious, the possibility of the crab coming into play, or we have the possibility of the sun coming into play in the higher mind. Do we get crabby and upset about our career space and the hard work we have to do to figure out where we are in the world, like to figure out our space in the world? To me, this world down here in the deep subconscious says to me that like a lot of who you do, what you do career-wise, is how you value yourself. And I think that with all of these hearts here, there's something so much more beautiful about you that you sort of are missing the point or not seeing. You're not honoring it in some way. And you're expecting these situations or these career situations to honor it for you, and they're not, and that's maybe bringing you sadness or pain. So like maybe we can let go of some of that and cut that away. You do have a guardian angel here. Let me see who it is really quick. I'm going to just flip it over. It's Raphael. He's the angel of healing. He is upright and he's heading into the future with you. He's actually the angel that is the painting that I have here in the room with us right now. And so he's watching over all of this. He's also watching over this potential for getting your heart hurt again. I feel like emotionally you are very connected to what you do. And from there, that defines your self-worth. And you need to kind of let that go, because I feel like you have so much more things to be worthy of than what it is you do for money. Does that make sense? There's one other charm way down here, deep in the subconscious, underneath the world. I'm gonna flip it over and see what it is. This is in the future. Oh, bitch. I love it. Not you, Rachel. I'm not calling you a bitch. I just love when the charms do this. Look at that. Oh, sorry, it's upside down. Fearless. Be fearless in everything that you do, my dear. Be fearless in everything that you do, no matter where in the world or how you go about doing it and where you fit in the world. Be fearless and make it happen. You can make it happen if you really stay focused on. I think the value that you offer, the heart that you offer, the person that you are, and let go of some of these past experiences or past situations that haven't necessarily worked out or have maybe dictated to you what you think you're worth, because you're worth so much more. Does that make sense? Rachel, are you with me? Let me know if that makes sense to you. And this totally not happening is kind of like not a totally, because it's in the future. It's like it's a iffy. It's like you could or couldn't, depending on which road you take. Are you going to go the route of the crab, or are you going to go the route of the sun? Are you going to be fearless and call on the archangel Raphael to help you through into the future? My dating. All right, so for those of you that can't see on Facebook, she says, I'm a massage therapist and energy healer. So Archangel Raphael is my angel when I work, but my day gig is a paralegal. Girl, and who is this? This I feel like we need to cut away the paralegal gig? I don't know. I just feel like there's something that needs to be let go of. Something that's not I mean, this could also be the healing work of the massage therapy, but for some reason it's sort of upside down. Like it's not necessarily. Um, am I to be okay? She says yes, it makes sense. Am I to be more spiritual or stay in law? To me, I feel like this is way spiritual. I feel like you're just automatically a more spiritual person just by looking at the sheer amount of hearts, like boom, 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 boom. We also have this sun up here. We have the angel. This feels like there's something here that like you're not saying, and there's been previous experiences where you've kind of set your what you know to be true aside, and it's created pain in your heart around your career. And so I feel like it's time for you to maybe. Um, I mean, I get it that the paralegal probably pays a little bit better, but I think that to me, these charms, it feels like there's an equality though, because do have the wrench and the hammer, the axe. It feels like there's a good mix of both. Like you could do either or both. My question is there a way to do both equally? I feel kind of like it's more of going into the future. It feels more like a spiritual thing would be more beneficial to you with the sun here and the angel here and the world and the word fearless. Those speak to me more of like a spiritual in nature. This crabbiness and this work here, the totally not happening, that feels more like that could be the paralegal stuff. This like stabbing of the heart could be the paralegal stuff. She says yes, her career has been painful. Maybe, or is it my cancer boyfriend? It might be your cancer boyfriend, and it might be work that's going to have to take place in the future. I changed the symbols in the box for cancer. I actually added little, small little discs that have each and every sign on them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that doesn't represent as cancer for you. But I feel like him being face down means like there's a possibility he's sitting next to the barbell, which means there's a fair amount of work to be done there. Will he be there, or will that work get done by him? I don't know. Hey Tia, how are you? Monica Friend says, ask Raphael for guidance in the next steps forward and he will guide you. And I believe that's kind of true too. That's why he's sort of kind of got one foot in the present and he's heading into the future with you. And this arrow says to me that you can bring all of this and you have the energy of the sun waiting to like open up in your higher mind and give you like illuminate. But it's like you've got to make a clear decision in a choice. And then the sun will flip over and you know, clarity is up here too. This little diamond thing is represents sort of like clarity. And again, I don't want any of you coming to rob me. It's not a real diamond. Kelly Kemp says both. All right, so does that make sense? I'm gonna wrap that up. Oh, and then this is what fell outside. It fell out here on this piece of paper. It's the sewing machine. This charm didn't make it on the board. And so it's a small sewing machine, which to me could mean like mending things or bringing things together in a way that's possibly creative. So there might be a way to bring things together, the spiritual side and the paralegal side together in a way that works for you, but you're going to have to be creative about it. And you could possibly sew the two together in a way that works for you, but that remains to be seen. And you have this fearless deep down in the bottom of the future subconscious. So whatever you do, move forward with fearlessness. I mean, I love this. Be fearless. Well, that's backwards to you guys, but anyways. All right, so I'm gonna wrap that up. You're very welcome, Rachel. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. It's interesting how some of the new charms that I've added in are coming out, some of the little itty bitty ones. I was sort of surprised because there's so much stuff in this box now. I was kind of afraid what was going to come out. Like, will good stuff still come out? Rose, are you ready for your cards? I'm going to just close this for a minute. Let me move my phone because that's just ugly. Let me move my sage because that's kind of ugly too. Let me move my list because that's hella ugly. Ugly, ugly. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. You ugly. Rose, are you ready for your cards, my dear? Yes, roar, be fearless. Yes, 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 Rachel. Where can I put this? Let me move this over. Wait a second, did that camera just go off? Ah, shit, I think the camera just went off. Because it's not moving. Hold on one second. Did I freeze up, guys? No, I'm moving. Why is the other camera not working? Okay, that's not right. You should see my hand. Okay, hold on one second while I adjust cameras. I think something's wrong with the overhead camera. Let me see here. What is going on? Rear camera. Video capture device. What happened? Please switch it really quick. Okay, now let me switch it back. Okay. Alright, we're working now. Okay. So let me get the chat window back up. Sorry, guys. Okay. Rose is ready. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Monica, for saying it's a beautiful reading. Rose, what deck did you want me to use? Did you have a preference? And what also was your question or subject matter? Look who's come to visit! Look who's come to visit. I got him a green collar to match his eyes. Can you see his eyes? See his green eyes? So I got him a green collar to match his green eyes. Oh, booger. Little booger. Rose, did you have a specific question or, he's not going to be able to stay here, I can feel it. He's on my lap right now, but the witch deck, the newest one, the one that we're using next week, or the one of the Witchwood decks? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Oh, don't eat that, please. His name is, Monica's name is Sven, which means little warrior, which was a mistake. Naming him that. The income at the end of the month, okay, that's fine, I can do that for you, Rose. Which deck did you want? Did you want from the Witchwood ones from England, or did you want it from the ones that I posted that Jen Nichols? The outcome of the end of the month. Okay, I can do that for you. The income, the outcome, whatever. But which deck? Did you want the Witchwood Oracles or the either? Okay, I'm gonna work with the Witchwood Oracle just because it's an opportunity. Because we're gonna work with the literary witches all next week. So let me grab them. 1 second. Don't eat that, please. I'm just digging through these bags because each bag is the same, and I'm looking for the specific. That's not the one I want. I want this bag, and I want this bag. I think. And I think I want this bag too. Alright. So because these decks, I did unboxings of these decks earlier today. If you guys haven't seen them, they're on YouTube. So this is the Witchwood Oracle cards, the fortune cards. I'm going to do 3 cards from this deck for Rose. This is a brand new deck to me. And then I'm going to do a couple of, just 2 extra little small cards that will work as affirmations for her situation, for the outcome of the end of her month. Okay? Does that sound good? I hope so. Alright, so I'm going to switch the cameras out so you guys can watch me shuffle. And I will talk as I go. Okay. Alright, perfect. So Spirit, please give me information for Rose Russo Nicole for her end of the month outcome. What will be her end of the month outcome? Give me 1 moment, guys. Oh my god, I hate it when the cat makes big noises in the other room because it sounds like he's moving furniture. It scares the shit out of me. He's such a small cat, but he gets into big trouble, I swear. It's crazy how much trouble he gets into. I'm sorry I don't have the chat window up. I can't even see what you guys are saying. Hey Pat, welcome into the room. And one more, just give me one more moment and I will be ready for you, Rose. So I got a bunch of new decks and I did unveilings of all of them or unboxings of all of them on YouTube if you guys want to check them out. That's what these decks are that I'm using right now. So I'm kind of excited. I actually did the unboxings just so that I could so I could use these decks for tonight because it was Friday the 13th, because it was a full moon. So give me the card that best represents the outcome of the month for Rose. Rose, keep in your mind right now a question not necessarily about the outcome, but something in relation to the outcome that may be a yes or no answer right now as I'm shuffling, please. Because that's going to be this from this small deck, okay? So just hold that question in your mind as I'm shuffling right now. You don't have to let me know what that question is. But just as you're holding that in your mind, I want this card to represent the answer for that, okay? All right, so let's look at your outcome for the end of the month, Rose. So your first card is the heart. Let me move this out of the way. Second card is the wolf. And the third card is the river. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. I don't know if you're looking for a financial outcome answer, and I don't really, to me, it feels like there's a guardedness to these three cards right out of the gate. When I look at this, I feel like there's this heart and there's this beauty here, right? There is the heart represents, and I'm not using the definitions right now. I'm just using my own interpretations of these cards because they're brand new to me. But this heart says to me that you are like there is this delicate side to you, or this vulnerable side, and this wolf is sort of what protects you. And it sort of feels like, as I look at this river represents the outcome of the end of the month of, do we open up our heart, or do we play like the wolf and be the lone wolf and keep to ourselves? But in doing so, either card dictates how the river of life will flow to us. This will be how sort of the month ends. I think that this river card to me feels like it could be very beneficial if we allow it to be. But the question is how much of it are we going to let in? That's where I feel like I almost want to say, like, when I look at these, I feel like you are sort of hiding out, or this wolf card says to me that this is your protector. Like, this is the way that you protect yourself. It's like the lone wolf. Like, when you go out into the world, you keep your guard up. This is who you really are, though, is this heart, this vulnerability, this delicate, like, uh, center of love, right? But there's this contrast between the two. And so sometimes when you're, say, maybe at home and you feel safe, you're operating from this place, right? But when you're out in the world, maybe you feel like a lone wolf, or you have to sort of keep to yourself to stay safe. That says to me that the outcome for the month is really predicated on how much of it you allow to flow to you, because the river says to me that the outcome of the month could be very, like, big or a slow trickle. Like, that's what I'm hearing, is that, like, the river can move as fast or as swift as you want it to, but it's really how much are you allowing in, and how much do you feel safe allowing in, if that makes sense. And it's not that you're unsafe, it's just that I think that maybe previous experience or who you are you don't necessarily have a huge need. You're very self-sufficient. These two cards to me feel, even the heart and the wolf both feel very self-sufficient to me. The river feels like it wants to flow to you. It will flow to you. It will be okay. Things will sort of move towards you in a beneficial manner, but it's a matter of how much of it do you allow in? How much of the universe, or which would be the river here, how much of that do you allow to flood in? Does it scare you? Do some of these things frighten you or make you think of, not frighten you, but make you think like, uh-oh, like I'm getting this picture of like, if I let the river in, what if my house gets flooded? Like with too much stuff. What if I get overwhelmed with too much abundance or too much good things or bad things or life things that I don't want to deal with? I like being this solitary wolf. I like feeling that I'm safe, right? Now, this next card is just an affirmation card from one of the other decks, and it says, "Be the strange you wish to see in your life." So I think that that kind of ties into all of this because you are sort of true to yourself, very much so. This heart says that to me, and so does the wolf. The question, like again, we go back to this place of how much do we want the the world, how much of the world do we want to allow in by the month's end? How much of uh, do we want to get swept up in the river and carried off and see all that it has to offer, or do we want to keep control? Do we want to keep ourselves safe? And then this last card, this was the card that's the answer to that question that I asked you to hold into your mind. Let's see what the answer is. It's a no. It's a very clear no. The answer is no. So I don't know what that question was, but it's funny because it looks like the wow, the skull to me looks like the skull of the wolf. Like it almost looks like the wolf is what holds the river at bay. And so whatever it is that you might be looking for or expecting to come in or wanting to come in, you may not be allowing it on some level out of self-preservation. And this no card to me says that maybe you need to not self-preserve if you want to have the benefits of the river flow into your life, then you are going to need to let down your guard and live from this place. And this place, this heart card, might be the strange that you wish to see in your life. Does that make sense? Like, um, being vulnerable and letting people see the strange or what you deem to be strange, you might find that you're not as strange as you think, or that there might be people in your tribe, or the universe might be able to send you people, opportunities, situations via this card, the river, that will actually suit you perfectly in the exact like individualistic and authentic way that you need it to be, but you have to trust it. Does that make sense? If you don't trust it and you continue to live as like sort of the lone wolf and in this protective self-preservation mode or predatory, not that you're a predator in any way, but like on the protection side of things, like protecting yourself from everything, then on some level you're living in a state of fear or worry that something might come in and so you have to defend. Hey Terry, how are you? Oh, the dog. The dog. Hold on, I gotta switch cameras. I said, "Hey Terry, how are you?" And the dog's in the other room barking because she thinks somebody's at the front door. Oh, it's like a convalescent home here. It's aged bulldogs that have no idea that on the computer talking to people. They just don't get technology. So does that make sense, Rose? I hope it does. I'm not sure what your question was, but that is sort of what I'm going to say is my reading. I do want to look at the definitions of the cards just to see, because I could be totally fucking off. So this all they give you for a definition for the heart is love, affection, romance, which that's pretty basic. But to me, this says that you live from your heart, that you have a much bigger heart than you are willing to let others see. That's what I see in these two cards. I see that you love fiercely, but you can also fight fiercely. This wolf says to me that like you won't take a whole lot of shit. The river says adventure, rejuvenation, guidance. So there is a certain amount of guidance, but like I said, like jumping into the river, you know, how much of the river do you want to allow yourself to be carried? How much do you trust the universe around you? How much do you believe that the strange you wish to see, the strange that you are, is actually out there and available to you? Or the strange that you see yourself as. Does that make sense? Because I think that you're not actually, I mean, you may see yourself as strange, but in a very good way, but you keep that safe. That's what this heart and this wolf says to me. And if there's something specific that you want, it feels like this skull looks like the wolf's skull to me. Like, we need to let go of this wolf. A little bit. We don't have to let go of him fully. Like, we know that his power is there. We know that we can have him and be him whenever we want. And we can self-preserve and protect ourselves and be like the wolf. But in the situation where there's something we desire, or if we want this river to really flow to us and we want abundance or major, like, beneficial outcomes, we're going to have to stop sort of like squeezing off the pipe. Does that make sense? Like squeezing off the flow through being this wolf. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you, Rose. I hope you enjoyed it. What is the wolf? Let me see what the wolf represents. Just the wolf is loyalty, bonding, and conformity. But I don't see that. I see this is about a fierceness. I could see loyalty too, but it's also this lone wolf thing. Finding your pack. Be the strange you wish to see in your life. It's like finding your pack. Let the river bring it to you. It's out there for you. Okay. Thank you, Rose. Thank you for donating. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I'd be interested to hear, like, send me a message and let me know what your question was, possibly in your mind, as I was shuffling. I'd be interested in knowing that, only because what that no was about was a very clear no. No. I said a no. Wait, where's... Okay. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm putting all these back really quick. You must respect your deck. Okay. I will leave these out just in case others want to be read by them. Okay. So, Christina Avalos, are you still here? I know, I love the pointer too, Jamie. I think it's great. And I feel like as I'm pointing to things, these little crystals on the end are kind of energizing what I'm talking about. So, Christina, did you want a card? Brittany Panton wants to know, how does this work? Well, Brittany, it's called intuition. That's how it works. And I'm a little bit of a shit disturber. Also, I should mention that. Like my cat, who's all up in shit that he shouldn't be. Dick. I'm sorry, I have the chat window down. Don't claw at that, I will kill you. So, Christina, you would like a card? Let me see. Is there a deck? Is there a deck I can use for you? Kitten. No, kitten. No. Do you have a preference on decks? Did you want me to do the? I'm just trying to see. Is there a deck that I've opened that is? I know what I'll do. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a deck. Cat, do not eat that. You're not allowed to chew on that. Get off the chair. No. Not okay. I don't know where you learned that behavior, but I'm not going for that. So, Christina, did you have a question? I'm going to use the Animal Spirit deck, the Wild Unknown, just because I want to use it. I haven't used it yet. I did an unboxing of it. So we're going to open it up and use it for your question. I just need a question from you, not necessarily, oh my god, this cat, he is like getting into shit. I'm going to kill him. Anybody want a cat? Sven, cut it out, please. Now this is a deck that's new to me, so I don't fully know all of the cards as of yet, but we are going to check it out and work with it as best we can, and we will see where it goes. Oh, I just have so much stuff everywhere. I need like a side table right here. I totally need a spray bottle. He's left now. He's gone to the bar. I don't know where he's gone. He's taken off. So, Christina, did you have a subject? Just give me a subject, like career, love, just one word, you know, and then I will shuffle for you and give you a card. And hopefully, we'll see what I get out of this deck, because I have not worked with this deck as of yet. I've only done an unboxing on it. But I kind of want to work with some of these new decks. That's why I've been doing these videos. Don't kick the baby. I'm not gonna kick the baby, but I am gonna like kill the baby if he keeps getting into shit. He's fine. He's super sweet. It's like when you go to punish him, he just starts purring. He has no idea he's in trouble. Coins in a cannon. Shake it. Shake it. Come on, shake it. Shake it. Love. Okay. All right. So, you want love, girl? Oh, I have a better deck for love. No, let's just do this. All right. All right. So let me switch cameras really quick. And let me put the chat window back up so I can see what y'all are talking about me. Okay, let me see here. So for love, for Christina Avalos, please give me the card that best represents for love for Christina Avalos. I hope I'm saying your name right, Christina. I'm sorry if I'm not. You guys also like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm now on Instagram. Please subscribe and follow my Instagram. Tell your friends about it. It's funny, these cards are so different to me, they almost feel like I'm pulling two cards out. Alright, so let's see what card Christina gets for love. Wow. You get the unicorn, Christina. And I know that from this deck that this is one of the magical animals. There's only 4. So the fact that you get this one says to me that I feel like this is good tidings and blessings in the world of love. I feel like there's some magic for you in the love department that you can have if you believe in it. The reason why I say believe is because this is the unicorn. It is a mythical creature, right? So my question is where my intuition goes is, what I want to ask you is, do you believe that love really exists, Christina? And if so, do you believe that true love, are you deserving of it? Or is love for you something elusive like a unicorn? I think that it can be available to you, and if you believe that it's there and available to you, it can be magical like the unicorn. It can bring you all of the sort of the beauty and power. See, to me, horse represents power, and a unicorn is like a horse, but also a horse with magical power. So to me, I feel like it has love for you can have all of the power and the magic, but the question is do we believe in unicorns, right? Like, are they really out there for us? Now, I am actually going to look at the book for this one because I know it is a special animal, and I want to make sure that there's not something that I'm missing that I should be telling you, because I know that this animal is from the mythical sort of portion of the deck. It's not of the four elements. So let me see where. Spirit. This is the spirit. So this is the realm of spirit. This symbol here represents for spirit. I'm still learning this. So again, before I even go further, I'm going to say that the type of love that you would want to have, if you are able to find it or able to create it or able to believe in it, will be spiritual in nature. It will be magical. It will be intuitive. It will. I'm seeing this moon here makes me think that you are going to have to trust your intuition, and it's all about your belief in whether or not these things exist. So let me see here. Sea serpent is not what we're looking for. Dragon is not what we're looking for. We're looking for unicorn. Hello, unicorn. I'm just going to read you the little story, just because I'm not. Unicorn, reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago. The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for answers. It says the unicorn in the sixth chakra. It's no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides in at the third eye, the exact place from where the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called the Anya Chakra. Anjna chakra, or command center. The ancient yogis believed it to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say two eyes see the past and present, while the third eye peers into the future. Okay, so like that's a great little story, and that's all really great, but how do we apply that to love? I really do want to go back to what I was saying to you is, do you believe love exists for you? Do you believe that like love is elusive like a unicorn? Is true love really out there? If you do begin to believe that, if you do begin to believe that you deserve it, you will be able to create something deeply beautiful, spiritual, connected. It is going to require you to trust your intuition and trust your inside voice, your third eye, your sort of psychic senses to find that. I mean, it's certainly the sort of love that you're looking for is not like just like some dude that you're going to go out to dinner with and then both of you stare at your cell phones all day. Like, that's not what you're looking for here. That's certainly not what this card represents, it being a spirit card. So I'm going to say that the question for you is, if you want love and you're desirous of love, do you really believe that love truly exists? The type of love that you want. Do you believe that that deep bonded sort of soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call it, exists? And if so, can you manifest it into being? Can you believe that it is real and bring it into your life? I believe you can. That's like the hit that I'm getting as I'm looking at this card. It's like, to me, this card says, like, if you believe in magic, magic can happen. But you have to believe wholeheartedly and know, clear knowing, in both intuitively and like sort of logically, that it exists and that you're deserving of it. And it will come to you. and it will be magical and deeply spiritual and beautiful and blessed like the unicorn. Okay? And Jen Nichols, who always does her purple hearts and unicorns. So there we go. There's our little. Did you see that? Like the unicorn, like kind of like popped off the card when I touched it. So there you go. That is your card, Christina. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that answered your question. I'd be interested to know if you actually believe in whether or not love exists for you. I think that it can. I think that that card represents that it can. The question is do we trust it? Do we believe it? Do we allow it into our lives without fear, without worry? There you go about putting all of this back. Are you guys feeling that Pisces full moon energy yet? Is it beginning to hit you, or is it just the Mountain Dew? I don't know. I can't truly say. That was fun. Thank you for allowing me to use that deck. I've got so many new decks that I want to play with and that I want to like experience and interpret, and that is one of them. All right, so let's get back to business here. I'm sorry, I'm not paying. Hey, Chris, how are you? Hey, what, Robbie, how are you? Let me see. Okay, so now the list. Jamie Taylor, you sent a donation. Let me check my phone, girl. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, Jamie's on here. All right, Jamie. I'm gonna add you to the list. Give me just one moment. All right, I'm checking PayPal now. Just give me one moment. Sorry, guys. I see that Jamie's came through, but sometimes some slide through and I don't see them. Oh, Brittany. Okay. Brittany. Brittany, your PayPal is pending for $3, girl. What's that about, girl? Did you write me an e-check for $3? I mean, really? All right, so let me get to Jen Nichols. Jen Nichols, what do you want, dear? Do you want something now, or do you want something private? Like, you can have, like, I'll give you a over the phone private reading for the donation you made today, whatever you want. Or you can have a reading now. It's up to you. Which with whatever deck you want, or charms, or Hey Fanny, how are you? It's true though, girl. Like, I mean, pending on $3? Like, really? I've added you to the list, Brittany. I'm just giving you a hard time, girl, but it does say pending for your donation. No, it's in there. It's in there, girl. It's just pending. It's probably, I don't know why, but it's just pending. All right, so Jen, if you want something now, I can do it, or if not, I'll move on to the next person on the list. It's up to you. Dealer's choice. All right. So, Jen, what do you want to know about? Do you have a subject? Do you have, like, what do you want to know about? Like, just giving me one word, one subject line, like career, family, love. Jamie, you're on the list too. I got your donation. And then I'll do a free one after Jamie and Brittany. I got to do Andrea too. Andrea, you're up after Jen Nichols, so you're up next. Thank you, Fanny. Well, Robbie, you're not on the list. Have I done a reading for you? Let me check my list. I feel like I've done one for you before. I just want to make sure that I'm getting to people that haven't had them as of yet. I feel like I've done one for you in the past, haven't I? Or maybe you left and didn't get it? I thought I did one for you. Yeah, I did. Oh no, you were an alternate, and I don't think you ever got it. You disappeared on me. You were on the list on one night, and then you never got it, I think. You were an alternate. So do you want to be my free, well, Robbie? Jen says no clue, you can skip me. Alright, Jen, do you want just a general charming? Or do you want to do something offline? You can always contact me and we can do something offline. I know you didn't have one, well, Robbie. I see you here on my list. You were as an alternate, and then I never got to you. So that's fine. I'm gonna add you to the list, but you gotta stick around, okay? Stick around. All right. So, well, Robbie, you've got a few people ahead of you, so just stick around in the room and watch the video. Sometimes Spirit can be opportunistic and will send messages through other people's reads that make sense to you too. So, Jen Nichols, I'll let you think on it for a minute, and I'm going to move on to Andrea Maracol. So, that's going to be translated through Kristen Hocus Pocus shot drinking Rivello. Or Riviello. All right, so, are we ready? Offline is perfect, Jen. Whatever you want to do. You were totally generous with both the deck from the Amazon wishlist and the donation, so I am happy to do whatever you want. You just let me know. Kristen, can you put down your booze for a moment, please? I need you. I need you to ask 3 yes or no questions for me for Andrea. And I need them to be pretty... You'll get better answers if they are, how do I want to say, not detailed, but and not explicit. I don't want explicit questions. This is a G-rated show. If they are more not quite as broad, more defined. So keep your questions as defined as you can to get the answers that you want. That's how the pendulum works. Yes, she would like pendulum. I know that, Kristen. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're able to join us. Now, I need to know what her first question is. Please. I'm going to turn on the other camera so y'all can see the beauty. Oh, you can't really see the pendulum that way. Oh, well, you can see it that way. Oh, let me put up so I can see the questions. Now I'm being the ding-dong. Will I see the Philadelphia Flyers win the Stanley Cup in my lifetime? Yeah, okay. Let me ask. Hold on. May I please get a yes answer from this pendulum? Okay, thank you. Stop. May I please get a no? Thank you. Stop. Are these answers for Andrea Maracol? Thank you. Stop. Now, the question is, will Andrea see the Philadelphia Flyers win the Stanley Cup in her lifetime? I'm getting a yes. So that would be a yes. That would be a yes on that question. The second question? Defined, exactly, is the right word, Jamie Taylor. So I need the second question. That was the one she was most nervous about, Kristen Ravello says. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad we were able to get that out of the way. I travel. Okay, so Andrea travels a lot, Spirit. Will her flights be safe? That's a yes. It's moving up and down. So, yes, that's a yes. It's funny, too. I feel like you have a guardian angel. I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel like there's a guardian angel that's with you when you travel, so do not worry. That's what I'm hearing. What's the last question? You've never seen this before, Jamie? You can do this tonight if you want. You did make a donation. She said she feels that. I feel that too. Like, Kristen, I'm not kidding. Like, I totally got a picture of her having a guardian angel that travels with her. Like, no joke. Like, and I don't necessarily pick up that information when I'm penduluming. Okay, will her car, Spirit, stop. Will her car last the last 5 more years? That's a no. Will the car last 4 more years? I I don't know. That doesn't feel very positive. It looks like it's going to die out in 3 to 4 years, is what I'm thinking. Because it's not really giving me an answer on 4 years. Will the card last 3 years? That's like a maybe. It's like spinning in a circle. So, like, my thing here is like, are you taking care of your fucking car, girl? Like, you need to get that traveling guardian angel to start working on your car. Start traveling with you in the car. Hold on. Okay, stop. Spirit, will her car last for 4 years? That's a no. Like, it's gonna die out, like, in 4 years. I mean, it's sorry to bum you out. Hold on. Let me ask one more question. Will Andrea... Okay. Spirit, will Andrea Markle have an easy time getting a new car? Alright, so it seems to me that your car is going to die out, but you will receive a new car or get a new car. Will it be new or used? Well, I can't really ask that. Will it be a used car? Her second car? Okay, thank you. Stop. Will it be a new car? Thank you. Stop. Will she be able to easily obtain it financially? Okay, thank you. Stop. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So, you will get a new car, so don't worry. No, Brittany, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry. I will do a reading for you. I was just teasing you, girl. Do not worry. You're going to be up after Jamie. So it said to me, I asked a few extra questions there just to find out. It looks like you will get, your car may not last 5 more years, but you will get a new car. It said to me that the car will be new, not used, and that you financially, you will be able to afford it or you'll be able to get it easily. Okay, so I don't know if that means you gotta, strip somebody for the car, or that it's gonna be easy payments, or that you're gonna, have a better job where you can afford the car. But you're gonna be fine. You'll have a new car in like 4 or 5 years. 4 years, maybe 3. Don't worry about it. Okay. This is a different pendulum. This is the first time that I've worked with this pendulum. This is an all metal pendulum that I've had for years. It was in that box full of charm stuff. I have other pendulums here that I work with all the time. They're made with crystals, right? So I have one that's rose quartz. I have one that's amethyst. And then I have another one that's rose quartz. But I wanted to work with this metal one just because I love how it's weighted. It feels really beautiful. And there's a ball on the end where you hold the ball and it just sort of swings. But this is my first time working with it. So I don't feel like and it's also heavier than I feel like the crystals are in some way. Because the crystals swing for me more. But they also have their own energy added to them. So let me get back into the chat. Tell her she's welcome. She's very welcome. So Jamie, you're up next. Jamie, what did you want? You sent in a donation, so what is that, the cats? Did you want cards, Jamie? Like a couple cards pulled, or did you want pendulum? You can ask 3 pendulum questions. What would you like? Are you guys fighting? Hold on, let me go check the cats. I think they're fighting. What's going on? Is somebody fighting? No. Where are the cats? Don't be out there fighting, you dicks. Okay. Alright. You would like cards. Okay, do you want them from a specific deck? Did you want like from either the witch deck, or do you want from I don't know, dude. Let me know. Which deck did you want? Or for my normal deck? I'm trying to think what else have I unboxed. I could do the Wild Unknown. And also I need a subject matter too, my dear. Like I need you to give me some sort of subject to work off of. Like one word. God, those cats, the minute I go out there, they calm right down, and then I can hear them like leaping from the furniture. The witch deck? Okay. Alright, do you have a specific subject matter? No, this is fine. I'm happy to use the witch deck. I'm totally happy to use it. I just need, if you want to give me a question or a topic that you want me to look at as I'm looking at the cards. I'm not going to do as many cards as I did for Rose. Rose gave me a sizable donation. Hey Tina, how are you? Is Tony Middleton Steele still here too? Will our families mesh well together? Perfect question. All right, Jamie, let me look for you. I'm going to flip the camera for one moment. Spirit. Jamie's families mesh well together. Please give me the card that best represents the answer. This question. Huh. I think this is a yes. The card that you get is the tree. And it's interesting to me because I look at all the different branches on the tree and I feel like this is the two families kind of growing out, not growing apart, but like sort of branching out and becoming bigger and being grounded and rooted. It's going to be grounded and rooted around, I almost think maybe it's possibly you or your energy that you're going to keep sort of everything planted firmly and be able to deal with all of the different branches of the family and how they mesh and making sure that everybody takes like is taken care of in a way, or they're all gonna kind of come to you or connect through you. And that's like you signify as the trunk, and these are all the different aspects of the family. And then this tree doesn't have any leaves right now, which says to me that like it feels like it's unknown still, but it will be like an opportunity for growth, for beauty, and for change for everybody involved in the families. I feel like as I look at this, I sort of see this tree in the future as having abundant leaves and possibly fruit. So it's just a matter of the tree being new and it needing to sort of stabilize and get grounded and like start working as a whole, right? As one whole tree, and then it will start to blossom, show fruit, show leaves and growth and green life, vitality, that sort of thing. So I feel like this is a beneficial card. I'm just going to look at the definition of tree just with the deck because this deck is new to me. These definitions are very small, so it's only going to give me 3 words, but I'll read them to you just so that you have them. But my take on this is that this tree is a good fortune card. Like it feels like to me, you guys will all come together. Where is the tree? Earth element, knowledge, growth, strong roots. If it were reversed, it would be instability, discontentment, and lack of restrictions. But it's not reversed; it's upright. So, and like I said, I think that you're going to gain a lot of like with this saying there's knowledge. I feel like you're this center point here, this trunk, and all of the offshoots of the both the families kind of meet at you, and you keep everybody grounded and connected so that everybody can sort of grow and bear fruit or become strong and grow beyond. And I feel like the two families meshing together will create this tree which will grow further than they would if they had not meshed together. Does that make sense? Oh, I don't have the chat up, so I can't see what you guys are saying. Sorry. So I think that this is a blessing or a good omen, this card, okay? So I'll leave you with that. All right, Brittany, Miss Brittany, are you still with us? Tina, do you want to be added to the list? Well, okay, so those of you that can't see from Facebook, she says, awesome. His kids have never had a mother. I will be there first. She walked out. They mean a lot to me. I love kids. I love them. That's this trunk, honey. You are going to be a source of grounding for them and stability for them so that they can branch out and grow. You know, like one of these branches is Shelby, one of these branches is one of the other children, another branch is another child, and you're going to get to be the center where they all grow from. You'll assist them in their growth and watch them all travel their own path, and they'll all create their own sort of interconnected unit and family that will sort of blossom together. It'll be beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Jen Nichols. You're welcome. You are very welcome. So that's true too. Monica Friend says if you cut the tree in half, it almost looks like a mirror image of itself, so that it's a good blending of the two families. All right, Tina, I have added you to the list. I have a couple of people in front of you. So, Brittany, are you still here or did you leave? You're welcome, Jamie. You're totally welcome. Tell Shelby I said hello. Brittany? Miss Brittany, I hope I didn't chase her out of the room. I was only kidding with her. Brittany! I think Brittany might have left, or I'm not seeing her. Is anybody else seeing Brittany speaking in the room and I'm not? Maybe sometimes Restream's chat is kind of dodgy. Hi. Who's a good girl? Oh, my good girl. Who's a good girl? You are. Is the chat working? Let me see. Nope, the chat's working. Where's Miss Brittany? Miss Brittany! It's Brittany, bitch. So no, you're not seeing Brittany. Did she leave? I feel bad. Oh shit. I was just kidding with her. I don't know if she was on YouTube or on which side she was on. I think she was on Facebook. Well, Robbie, you're coming up next after Brittany, so hold tight. Fanny, did you want a reading? I don't think I've done one for you either. Ever. If you want. We're looking for Brittany Panton, Panton. She sent me over just a little donation, and I was teasing her because the donation was pending. And so I said, pending? For $3? Really, girl? And then she said something about seeing me on the 18th, and she laughed. How awful. Maybe she will be back. Okay, that's true. All right, well, Robbie, are you ready? What do you want? Do you want pendulum? Do you want cards, or do you want a small charming? Let me know. If she turns up, she gets a reading. She definitely made a donation. It doesn't matter. She was on Facebook. Yeah, no, I know that. So, well, Robbie, are you ready? Come on, people, let's get it together. No, I know, but you know, sometimes people, Fanny Rose says, she says, I think your teasing was totally clearly a joke. And I get that, but you know, I don't know, sometimes people are sensitive. Can I explain those two options? Okay, there's, well, Robbie, you have a choice. I can either do like a card, like if you want to ask a question, I can pull a card for you. Or if you wanted to ask like a more yes/no based question, I could do a pendulum, which was the thing that was swinging back and forth. Or I could do a charming for you, but I'm not going to do like a full charm reading. It would be like throwing a few charms and seeing sort of what comes out. But it would be a smaller version of a charm reading. Does that make sense? So if you have like a specific question, like how we just did with Jamie, where she had a question about her family's meshing, I pulled a card for her. You are ready? Okay, so I just need a subject matter, and you need to let me know what medium you want me to work in. It was about the pending because it was only $3. I'm like, really? Is it pending for $3? Like, is PayPal really like that tough on you? But you can ask 2 questions, sure. What are they, Will Robbie? Fanny Rose, do you want a reading of some sort? I'd be happy to do one. I don't think I've ever done one for you. So just let me know. Because after that is Tina Charlie, and then after that, if there's anybody else... Wait. Who's April? April is in here. I don't know who April is. Well, Robbie, where are you, boo? I'm getting older. I'm aging as we speak. Yeah, okay, I'll add you to the list. You'll be right after Tina. Why isn't my friends and people seeing my YouTube videos? That's your question? Will I find love very close or near? Okay, that would be something that I could answer. So, did you want that charmed, Robbie? I just need to know, like, did you want a charming or a card, bud? I just need to know what medium you want me to work in. And Tina, if you could think about that because you're up next. You're welcome, Fanny. Well, welcome, April McLean. I'm so glad you found us. Well, Robbie, bud, what's going on? Do you want me to throw charms about love for you? Oh, the lag. Charming is like... I'm just going to throw a love charming for you, Robbie, and you're going to find out. You're just going to see what a love charming is, okay? How old are you, Robbie? Can I ask, are you young? I have a feeling you're young. Watch, he's like 58. How old are you, Robbie? April is your sister's cousin. Wouldn't that make her your cousin too, Jen Nichols? Okay, Tina, I'll do a charm reading for you next too. I'm gonna do one for Robbie too. So Robbie, I'm just gonna do you're 19, okay. All right, that makes sense. All right, so let me, this is gonna be a charming. I'm gonna switch cameras and you'll see as we go, okay? Ask any questions if you have any, but what it is charms are like little things in a box that I throw on the box top, okay? And this will tell me a little bit about sort of what's going on in your love world, okay? So just give me 1 minute. I'm going to switch cameras and you'll see. It's kind of fun. It'll tell you stuff, okay? So just let's look at this. So this is the box top here, and the charms are all over in here. So I'm going to ask for Will Robbie's charms for love, Spirit. Please give me the best charms that represent the love for Will Robbie. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on here. Well, first off, your belief in love is off. It's upside down and it's in the center. It says to me that, like, the word believe here is in the center, and that's really a key point for you, is believing whether or not you can have love, find love, whether or not love exists for you, whether or not you asked whether or not it was going to be close. I feel like you were hurt in the past. You have the heart here with the dagger through it, and it feels like you've gotten over it. That's why it's upside down, but it still sort of lingers in the past. Let me see here. You have this crab on top of this lizard, and lizard is dreaming. And the crab is it could be the Cancer symbol, or it could just be like bad attitude, like being crabby, like getting in the way of your dreams. Like maybe you're your own worst enemy in some ways, or you might. Oh, I'm not watching the chat. Sorry, one second. Let me put up the chat. I can't see. Maybe you're speaking and I'm not seeing it. So this might be you sort of blocking your own ability to dream and believe by sort of being picky, crabby, in your own way, kind of your own sort of worst critic, right? I put this baseball charm in here just because I thought it was cool. And it's like some sort of world champion charm. I don't know if you play sports, but this feels like to me like you don't like to play games per se, or you don't like having games played on you when it comes to love. We have another heart here down in the lower subconscious. You have a lot of hearts, buddy. Like you have this one, this one, this one, and this one. Another 4-heart spread. We had 4 hearts in Rachel's also. This heart I added in. If you flip it over, it's got some sort of religious scene on it. I don't know. But this is definitely, it's funny that you're asking about love because you have all of these hearts. You have the crucifixion of Christ up here in a small mirror, which I put in here. And next to it is this magnetized Abraham Hicks tree of life. So it's face down. I feel like this is in your higher mind. And the fact that they were connected together, and this is going to sound silly, but I'm going to try and explain this to you. This tree of life to me feels like it being face down is like you can't grow in love for fear of being crucified by whoever you're with. And I think that part of that has to do with this experience from the past of being really hurt. There's a little bit of watery energy in your, this is the sign for Pisces. This is actually from a necklace that I used to wear all the time because I'm a Pisces myself. And you have this heart with wings here, which is kind of in the present moment, but also sort of heading down into the subconscious. It feels to me like there is this big focus on love for you. Like love is important to you. When I look at all of these hearts, and especially these hearts down in the subconscious, it feels like something that you don't necessarily ever stop thinking about. This single die here in the green color says to me that subconsciously I feel like there's something that you need to work on or heal yourself in your subconscious, maybe from previous experiences. But whatever it is, as you go into the future and you begin to heal that, your heart will start to sort of scar over or get better. This feels like to me like some of the scars of the past will be you'll be more in acceptance of them going into the future. This unicorn, and again, it's funny, we have another unicorn in a love reading. You guys always have similar shit. It's so strange to me. Spirit does this all the time. This unicorn's flipped over, but he's heading into the future. Like he's this is the future part of the board, right? And this unicorn is flipped over on his belly, right? Where he's upside down. And I feel like part of that has to do with the fact of whether or not he has the opportunity to be present in your life, right? Like you have the opportunity for magic and love, but you have to open yourself up to the belief of that. You have to open yourself up to be willing to play the game and to understand that you're a good player, to be able to receive. There is a catcher on this little baseball. So like be able to receive whatever the universe is throwing at you or catch it. To open up your heart and let it sprout wings and fly. That's when the magic will happen. I don't know if you are a Cancer, and I don't know if this represents that there could be a Pisces in your future. But Cancers and Pisces would be a good mix if you're not too moody all the time, if you happen to represent as this Cancer. Or if you're dating a Cancer, that Cancer is standing on your dreams, but I don't think you are. Up here we have the book, and the book just represents generally knowledge or trying to understand things from a place of balance. And I feel like this feels a little bit like, even though you were hurt in the past and you've done things by the book, right? You've tried to do things by the book to have a relationship. It hasn't quite worked out. It hasn't quite happened because this crab is sitting on this lizard, which is your dreams. And your believe stone is upside down in the center, which means to me, like, I don't think that you actually believe that maybe love is in the cards for you right now, okay? I'm not saying permanently, I'm just saying right now you're having a hard time finding that belief. Once you find that belief, because it is face up, we see the belief, right? So once we like upright that belief like this, turn it like that, it's right dead in our center, all of this stuff changes. You know, maybe this crab moves off of your dreams. Maybe this fear of being crucified in your higher mind in a relationship comes free, and you're able to grow with this tree, with this, and, you know, magnetize to you the love that you need. It's funny now that I think about this. This is a magnet, and it's all about magnetizing what we believe. So if we believe in our higher mind that we're going to, you know, suffer in love, then that's what we're going to manifest. So you need to work on your beliefs in love. As far as finding love close to you, I think that it's possible, but again, we need to heal ourselves and concentrate ourselves on your relationship to yourself and heal that. As you move into the future, that magic will take place and you will be able to find somebody. And it's important to you that you do. I like that you're a bit of a romantic. All of these hearts everywhere says to me that you're a bit of a romantic. You're 19. Are you a boy? Well, Robbie, I don't think that his heart chakra's blocked at all. I think that he is um uh he wants to be loved. I think he's been hurt. I think he's sensitive. Is anxiety blocking? Is it coming in the later future, he asks. I don't know that it's coming in the later future. I don't think it's anxiety. I think it's this belief in whether or not you believe you deserve it, or whether or not you believe you can have it. This belief is upside down. It says to me you need to work on your belief right now in whether or not it's even possible. And from there you need to be willing to play. You need to get in there and start to catch what the universe is giving to you. Upright this. You have a good heart. This heart here says to me, you have a good heart, and it's been abused in the past. It's been hurt in the past. You also have this heart down here that is in your subconscious that wants love. You have this heart here too. This says to me that maybe in the future you might experience love, and it might hurt you a little bit, but that's okay. That's a part of love. That's a part of the experience of love. We have to go through that. To, like this here, you had to go through to bring yourself to where you are today. You are a boy. That's what I thought. I thought you were a boy too. So, to me, I think it's there for you, and it's a possibility that's coming in the future. What's your sign, Wo Robbie? When are you born? Because I'm interested in this Pisces charm down here. I'm wondering if you're going to meet a Pisces. Thank you, April. April McLean says absolutely amazing. Thank you. Hi, handsome. Did I lose you guys? I'm not getting anything on the chat. I'm not sure if I've lost you guys. I have a feeling this might be a Pisces coming in the near future, but... You're Taurus? Okay. This would be a Pisces. This would be a good match for you. Keep on the lookout for a Pisces. I have a feeling. Uh, this Pisces could have the potential to be something for you, but also uh, stay stay focused on healing yourself. This green die with the one up says that there needs to be subconscious healing within yourself, so for you to be prepared for this relationship and to have your heart to be like strong and ready for it. Hi, Amaris Cunningham. Thank you, Fanny Rose. I see you're still there. All right, I'm going to put these away, Will Robbie, and I am going to go to Tina Charlie and then Fanny Rose. I hope that answered your question, Will Robbie. That is a charming. All right, so Tina Charlie, if you're up at bat, and you said you wanted charms, did you have a subject matter you want me to charm on? And then Fanny, you're up next. Well, Robbie, your second question, I don't know that I can really charm why your friends aren't watching your YouTube videos. Kelly, we've been doing this for about an hour and 45 minutes. I didn't see an actual month, well, Robbie. So, with the charming, I don't necessarily have actual months. Life and employment. Okay, nothing small, right, Tina? All right, so Spirit, please give me charms to Tina Charlie for her life and employment. Huh. You know what, guys, too, I gotta say this. The moon is in Pisces, and the Pisces coin came up. And he had that Pisces symbol in his charming. So it could be the moon energy, too. So, life and employment. This is Tina Charlie's charming. Life is a big subject, so let's just say that. I feel like this is Ganesh, the god of good blessings, and he's face down. He's also upside down. He's in the center of your spread. I feel like your luck maybe feels like it's eluding you or not necessarily quite working out your way right now. I feel like you feel like things should be better or could be better, but you can't quite figure out how to make things better or more ideal. It says to me, when the charm shows up, right, it says to me that he is present. And it is on the board, but like for some reason it's face down and upside down. Like for some reason you're not, however you're manifesting or whatever you're looking at, whatever you're believing in, it's not really working out for you. Okay? I think that there is an opportunity here for you to sort of look at this and change this, to flip it upright and to face it up like this. His energy is here. He's willing to help you, or that energy, that belief is there. But right now, it's not being accessed for some reason. And I feel like it's not being accessed and hasn't been accessed for a little while because it feels like he's right on the border between the past and the present. So it's like you're bringing this energy with you from somewhere else. You have the turtle in the center here, which says to me two things. Generally, the turtle represents as Mother Earth, but it also represents as slow moving. It is protection too, so I feel like you are protected or keeping yourself safe and protected by moving things sort of slowly. Where this fits in your life or your career space, only you can know, because you sort of know what's going on. But you are protected, and you are moving slower, making choices in a slow, sort of methodical manner. You have this down here, which is the Sacred Heart. It's flipped upside down, and it's down towards your subconscious area. So to me, it says like you sort of want, there's things that you want, but I feel like with it being upside down like that, it feels to me like, what is it that you're denying yourself in your life? What joys are you that you like, that you know that you want, or that you feel as though would make you happy, that you don't necessarily allow yourself to access? I feel like you deny them or hide from them or keep them sort of secret. Up here in the higher mind, you have one of the Reiki symbols, which is a symbol of healing. I think this is long distance healing. I can't remember. If Nate is here, she could tell us. But it's sort of upside down, but it is face up. So I feel like there is an opportunity for healing in your higher mind that you would want to do, or that you need to do. And up here, you also have the good for one hug coin. So you might just need a good old hug in your life, and it's not even just a good old hug, but you just might need some good physical contact, some validation, some being like treated kindly and nicely. And I feel like that will come in the future. This is in the higher mind, and this is also in the future space. Work is coming. You do have the sewing machine here in the future, but it feels like steady work, but it feels like you're going to have to wait for that to happen. Like this is sort of as far on the board into the future as it can be. You have the Pisces symbol here, and you also have that same heart that Robbie had. So maybe you guys should start dating. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just kidding. But you do have this heart here. So it says to me like when I look at this, even though it's not a lot of charms, what I do want to say is that it feels like life is too short to not be doing what you love. And for some reason, you're not allowing yourself that opportunity. Um, it feels like you're moving things slowly and keeping things careful in an effort to keep yourself sort of safe and protected, but you're not allowing yourself to really do the things that turn you on or excite you at a heart level. And that's really needed in both your life and in your career space, because you're also having a lot of these, you have a fair amount of hearts for such a small amount of charms. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of 8 charms, 2 represent as different styles of hearts, right? Which says to me that like that's like a quarter of this charming is a fairly large percentage of how you feel emotionally, and what charges you, what inspires you on a heart level is really what's key. But this being turned over, both of them being turned over, says that you're denying it at some level. You're like kind of hiding it, or not allowing it to come through, not maybe being responsible for it, or maybe being too fearful to be responsible for it, or to like go after it in life, because for fear of maybe not achieving it or losing it at some point. So I would say that work will get better in the future, and you will learn to heal, and this hug coin I put in there is something that I carried in my pocket for a long time. Um, it says to me that like there's going to be not only like sort of a spiritual healing, but there's also physical healing that needs to take place, that will happen in the future, that will allow you to sort of mend some of this stuff and bring in this work that will be it will be good, but I don't think it's going to be the thing that totally lights you up and inspires you. Does that make sense? Okay, so she says here, for those of you that can't see, she says she hopes to write full time one day. Until then, I need to work and write in my part time. That is him. That statement right there is like you're hoping instead of like believing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's here to give you the benefit, to give you the gift. You're moving slowly on it. You're trying to keep yourself safe. You're trying to make sure that the bills are paid instead of pursuing your dream. This heart here. You know what you love, but on some level, you're just not allowing yourself to do it because you sort of believe that like the gifts aren't there or the. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. You're just being safe. You're moving in a slow manner to be productive and protected and safe. It's fine, but you're making that choice and you're sort of denying what you know to be true and what you want to be doing. And as you deny that, you put that out into the world. So then what does the world do? The world continues to deny you the opportunity of having whatever it is that makes your heart shine. She says, yes, my last job I was told about self-esteem issues. See, I don't think this, I think that you have an opportunity here to make a shift and a change, but um, you have to be brave enough to do that. You will be at some point. This turtle's a strong turtle. So I'm just going to clear something up for the room. Hold on one second. Tina, just give me a hold. And Fanny, you're up next. Okay, so let me pull up this chat because I want to make sure April understands what's going on. Hey, April. I'm glad you're here. Spirit can be extremely opportunistic. And what will happen is in these charming events, sometimes messages will not only relate to the person that I'm reading for, but also those in the room. And sometimes you'll see um, one charming that's very similar to another, or the issues will thread through between everybody because everybody's kind of vibrating at the same place or dealing with the same stuff. So it would make sense that like a charming that you're seeing or hearing and it's resonating with you, totally normal. Take it in and enjoy it and listen to the information. It can be just as beneficial for you as the person that is being charmed or being read. That's why I tell people to pay attention because spirit can be opportunistic and work through other people's charmings to get messages out to them, to you, or to whoever's listening, right? And a lot of we're more connected than we are separate, and so I feel like if we actually spend more time like listening and relating, we understand that we're more the same than we are different, and that's the beauty of doing this work. So it makes total sense that you're grooving on these charms and going like, oh my god, I thought that was for me. That happens all the time. I'll look at stuff like even with the Pisces symbols or all the hearts tonight. Tonight the full moon is in Pisces, and all these hearts is the emotionality of Pisces. Oh, my whole body is like lit up right now. Like I'm getting like I can literally feel like I'm being touched all over my body. I don't know if that's you guys sending me loving energy right now or my guides, but whatever that is, my whole body is like my hairs are standing on end on my body from my feet to my shoulders. So, energy is energy. That's totally how energy works. Like I can feel it through the computer if it's you guys, or I can feel it if it's somebody's spirit guides or my own spirit guides. But like you'll notice there's themes, and each thread, like people will have. We're all meeting here in this room right now because you're all resonating kind of at a similar vibration. So some messages will apply from other people to you also. It's very common. So don't worry about that. And you're totally fine to keep up. And I'm glad you're here. Okay. So I just wanted to explain that. Let me get back to Tina's charming. So Tina, does that make sense? I think that you have an opportunity here. The Ganesh is here. You have this opportunity to bring in very beneficial and good luck. Also, the turtle would be really good luck too. but you have to stop denying what your heart wants and flip this over. Pursue the writing just a little bit more. You can continue to work to pay the bills if that's what you want to do, but I think that you also need to pursue the writing thing, because that's really where your heart is at and what it wants. And when these hearts flip over, I mean, look at how beautiful they are. They're gorgeous. You know, there's joy here, there's love, there's happiness, there's then I believe Ganesh flips over and he's the god of all blessings and um, uh, abundance, right? And you have this beautiful turtle here. You have this coin which could represent as money, you know, but it's right now it's the Pisces being a little bit wishy-washy or swimming in two different directions, not being very clear with what we want. So once we get clarity and we start to pursue what we want, and this is, the sewing machine would be at work, but it could also be very creative work because it is a sewing machine. That could be your writing in the future. I think that it brings about this healing and this good for one hug. You're going to feel like you're physically loved. You're going to feel just better all around in your higher mind. It's okay to be slow. That's that turtle. She says I'm slow when it comes to writing and getting my novels out there. That's totally the turtle. That's fine. You get to pick the pace, my dear. It's up to you. Just don't deny. Just be aware and make sure that you're not denying what your heart wants. So I'm going to end it with you there, Tina. I hope that makes sense. Fanny, are you still with us? I'm sorry for getting a little long-winded. I hope you're still there. Fanny Rose. You're welcome, April. No problem. I'm glad you attended. Monica Friend asked, with this new moon tonight, can she manifest what she wants? The moon is in Pisces. I think it's a very creative and emotional moon. So I think that tonight would be a good idea to like focus on the things that you want. I also think that we can do it, like moon cycles help, certainly there's power in them, but we can also just manifest what we want on a day-to-day normal basis, as long as we're staying positive and staying in the feeling of what feels good and what we want and pursuing that, even little by little, you know, even little steps, you know. Perfect, Fanny. What did you how do you want, what did you want? Like, do you want cards? Do you want charming? What would you like? And you can choose a deck too. If you have like a specific question. I did a bunch of deck unboxings on YouTube, so I have some new witchy decks and stuff like that. If you want to play with those, whatever suits your fancy. What do you? Whatever suits your fancy, Fanny. You just let me know. And you pick your medium or your subject, like which way you want me to do it. Let me know what you want me to do it on. Like just like a one-word subject, like career or work or love. Charms. Okay, perfect. And then a subject. Do you want me to charm, or you could do general charming, which would be just a general charming, and we see what goes out on the board. Excuse me, I'm a little gassy from the Mountain Dew, from the hillbilly champagne. Yeah, the charms are fun. And there's all sorts of new stuff in the charm box too, so I've added a bunch of stuff, so I'm not even quite clear on what it represents until it comes up in a charming. And then also it represents, Sometimes things represent different things as they're closer to certain things on the board and all this stuff. Okay, I'd love to know whether I should or will be taking a part-time job outside of my business until the biz takes off. All right, let's look at that. Okay, so please give me a chance. Okay, I'm letting know. Please take a part-time job. Okay, I'm gonna switch the camera. All right, so right out of the gate, what I see is this yes symbol. That's why I kind of made that creepy face. But it's upside down and it's in the past. So it says to me that there was some fear in the past where I think the fear was misguided. There's that damn Pisces coin again. What the heck? Are these two? And the turtle's back. Oh my god. Okay. And so is the sewing machine. I swear to God, you guys, like, look at. There is like a ton of stuff in here. So for that stuff to make it back out is kind of crazy. But this is what I mean by the themes of the night, where certain like charms continue to show up. And because you guys are all resonating at the same place. Actually, you got the hug token down here too. All right, so here we go. So this yes says to me that in the past there's been some fear, and you maybe have thought that you needed to take another job or to like financially support yourself. Maybe in the beginning when the business was very, very, very new, and things move slowly, or you move slowly, coming out of the past, like bringing this along or building it. Does that make sense? We've got the same. Reiki symbol down here as Tina's. This is so weird. And Tina's had a career thing going on too. We have the Pisces symbol, and that heart is underneath this. And this heart is face down again. So to me, this says, like, I think that this is more leading into present time. The idea of taking a part-time job is not necessarily, to me, this heart being upside down feels like it's not really what you want to be doing or what you desire to be doing. You would be willing to do it, but is it really within the intention of what it is that you want? And this Pisces coin sits over it, so it makes me think about this full moon energy and this Pisces-ness of it all. And it's almost like it feels like it's telling me like that this is sitting, like, I feel like it's the full moon energy trying to tell you don't do whatever it is your heart doesn't desire. Does that make sense? Because the heart is underneath it and it's face down. And so if taking a part-time job makes you roll your eyes or makes you feel sick to your stomach or makes you feel like meh, don't do it. I feel like the Pisces energy is trying to tell you no. Create. Now we have the guardian angel charm up here in the higher mind in the past, but it's flipped over. So I feel like, okay. So it's flipped over and face down. I feel like in the past you were slow moving and you did it all on your own, and there was some fear and you believed that you had to take a part-time job and you were probably miserable and things didn't really work out and you weren't listening to your guardian angels, or you couldn't hear them, you weren't accessing their information, or you weren't fully allowing it in. You were busy building slowly and really working hard to try and get to where you are today. Now where you are today is right here. You've created a space for your voice. You're trying to not deny, but you're trying to decide whether or not to deny what makes your heart sing or what makes you happy, and maybe possibly take a part-time job to fulfill whatever it is you need. This here, the Virgin Mary, this used to be my symbol for Virgo. I've changed it now because it was too misleading. This feels like a strong female presence, a strong spiritual female presence in the middle of all of it. This could be Marita, actually. Of course she would represent as the Virgin Mary. But I feel like this could be Marita. And your dreams in your higher mind are connected to this woman, right? The dreams of building this, I see how it's like touching this woman, and it's going down here, and this woman touches sort of this heart energy here. Now, when I go to the future, now this is what I like to see. As we're, this is like the present, right? We have the rooster, which is a symbol of good luck in huge, in many different cultures, like Portuguese culture, a bunch of different cultures. Rooster is a symbol of good luck. So there's some good luck coming. If it's not here already, it's on its way, right? The tree of life is here, which means that there's growth, and there is this voice that you're creating for yourself. There's this voice that you're growing, this sort of platform that you're speaking from, that or that you're putting out there that will grow, and there is benefit to it. And again, the sewing machine is here, which says to me, and this is kind of in the like in the mental, in the conscious mind, but also in the higher mind, that there is some creativity and there is things that are being built right now leading into the future that I think you don't understand fully what it is you're creating yet. But as you create it, it's going to be a thing of beauty, is what I'm hearing or what I'm feeling. And that it's like sewing a fine garment or that sort of a thing where you have to be, meticulous with the work that you do. But as you do it, it's going to create something amazing. The plane is up here. I feel like this is full on travel. Like from this creation, you might have the opportunity to travel or to go places, to see new things, to experience new things. All of this is being done. You have this family charm here in the future. I don't know if you want kids, but I feel like this could be the possibility of there being a child or you building a family in the future. Brittany's back? Wait, Brittany's back? Hold on, let me check and make sure PayPal's cleared. I'm just kidding. Hold on, Brittany, I'll do you next, okay? So I feel like if there is a possibility, you might be considering, and maybe the stability that you're looking for now in the business that you're trying to create that will be created coming in the future, you're going to be able to utilize that to sort of start this family. And then you have down here, we have the Cancer symbol down in the subconscious. He's upright. He's just doing his thing. I don't know if sometimes, I don't know if this represents as a Cancer, if there's a significant Cancer in your life, or if this is maybe you being picky, crabby, expecting it to be a certain way in your subconscious mind, and then picking apart the things that aren't working. Like, let's not do that, maybe. Let's not be too picky. And the reason why I think of picky is because I think of the little like claws, like he's like, and then you have the hug token leaning here up against the wall in the far future. Um, and to me, this says like there's love to be had. Like all of this is being done deeply in your subconscious from a place of love. And so there's nothing to me that um, like I want to, like the Pisces dreamer in me wants to believe that no matter what, because this is driven by love and it's so deeply set in your subconscious that it's going to work out. But I don't I don't necessarily feel like you need to take another job, but I don't know what your finances are. This to me feels like there are some blessings here and some things that are happening that maybe you're not aware of, or maybe the growth is small and you're not seeing it yet, so you're having a hard time envisioning where this can go. But this plane says to me that it's going to go further than you expect, and it's going to be able to support the family that's coming in the future. I don't know, maybe you hate kids. Could you imagine? I hate children. That would be amazing. But no, I feel like this is about supporting your family, and you're going to be able to in the future, and it's all going to be based in love and all coming from a place of love. Does that make sense? Oops, I lost the chat window. So, could you answer me, do you hate children? Do children get on your nerves, Fanny? Does that make sense? Called out, it's true. Ooh, called out, it's true. Well, that's okay. It's fun to be called out. I prefer to call it validation. I just validated you, that's all. The champagne bottles. Well, maybe fur babies. Maybe that's your family. Fur babies is okay. I just feel like it's all being done for family. Like there's going to be a definite focus on family. I mean, that family charm is face up in the future. Like that's going to be your focus, and it's all based from a place of love. And I think that I don't know why this damn Pisces charm keeps showing up and sitting near everybody's hearts, but to me, Pisces is one of the most emotional symbols of the zodiac, and so maybe the energy of the Pisces full moon tonight is trying to tell us to get connected to our hearts and what makes us tick here, and then to stop sort of denying that. And I say that to you guys, but I'm also saying that to me as much as I'm saying it to you guys, right? That's as much for me, that's as much information for me as it is for anybody out there listening that it pertains to or resonates with. You know, it's like I spend a lot of time doing my own sort of avoidance or fear around whether or not I'm going to be able to make this a business. And I work hard at it, and I worry, and I get in my own way. And the Pisces full moon is here to tell us, like, I think that, like, you know, we got to get in here and feel this energy. And how good will it feel when this is what I'm doing as full-time work? This is where I feel I serve the best purpose. This is where I feel like I'm making a difference in a positive way, that I make a difference in the world, that myself matters, you know, like Tina with maybe her writing, maybe she feels that way when she writes. And so the question is do we put that off? Or even say Rachel when she's doing massage work versus paralegal work. Which one is it, you know? But the thing is I think that the call is, you know, or the theme, the thread throughout all the readings, even with Wo Robbie's reading, it's the thread is like, do we trust our heart? Do we believe in what our heart tells us? Do we believe in unicorns? You know, Christina Avalos's reading. You know, do we believe that the unicorn exists? Do we trust this? Do we trust the unicorn that lives inside each and every one of us? Not to be unicorny, but I'm going to say that. All right, so I'm going to put those away. Thank you, Fanny. I hope that made sense. Listen to your guides, too. Don't shut them out like you were in the past. Trying to be the boss lady. Trying to make it happen all on your own. Carrying all that weight on your back. Okay, so where is my Brittany Pantone? Brittany. Unicorns. Jen Nichols in a unicorn. Brittany, where are you, dear? Are you still here, or did she leave again? Monica says, I agree, because when we are doing what we love, our hearts are full and we exude that love back into the universe, which helps to raise the Earth's vibration. We are all connected. It is true. I know. Thank you, Ducky. I am over the 2-hour mark. That's why I'm looking for Brittany at this point, because I'm tired. I'm getting really tired. So I want to do Brittany's because she sent me a donation, and then that will be the last one for the night, because it's over 2 hours and I burn out. Like I start to crash. Okay, Brittany. So I'm going to do a card for you. Or did you want a small charming? What did you want? I need you to be quick, my dear, because I'm just getting tired. Once I get to the 2-hour mark, it's just sort of burnout city. And if you want a card or a small charming, just let me know the subject matter. Oh, my neck. Yes, I know she's here. I see that. I'm just wondering if what she wants, like what her subject matter is, and um, does she want a card? Does she want a small charming? Something quick. Brittany, you're funny. All right, well, do you want, give me a subject matter and I'll just do cards for you. How does that sound? Because that'll be faster than a charming. Because I can go on and on with charmings. So why don't you, subject is finances. Let's do it. All right, let's do some cards with finances. Give me one moment. I'm going to just use the witch's deck because we've been using that all night. I'm going to switch cameras and we're going to look at Brittany's finances. Let's get that into focus. Why is that not autofocusing? That's weird. Shouldn't that autofocus? That's not bueno. No bueno. All right, let me see here. I'm going to put it back and see if I can get it to auto. That's shitty. Okay, Spirit, give me cards for Brittany. Pantone's finances. Girl, keep. Okay, so you can't really see the card. I'm gonna go to the other camera because it's like fuzzy. So the card that you get is the first card of the deck, which is the Eye. And this makes me think of keeping an eye on your finances. Watchful eye on your finances, being more careful with your finances. It also feels to me like maybe others are watching your finances. I don't know. Maybe that's. Maybe that's why you're pending in PayPal, girl. Maybe PayPal is watching your finances. I don't know. Let me see what the eye represents. Clarity of vision, intuition, and focus. So I feel like this card to me says like you need to keep a better eye on the prize, where it is you want your finances to be. If you need them to be healthier, you need to like pay better attention and intention to how to boost those and build those. Keep a close eye and keep a close watch on them. If anybody else has access to your finances, if you share an account, like say with a boyfriend, or if you're supporting other people, you need to start looking at that and go like, okay, is this something that I need to be doing? Is this something that's working for me? Is this helping me, or is this hindering me to getting to where I want to be financially? I think that the eye also, like it said in the cards, it represents clarity. If you look at that stuff and you really take a deep, like sort of inventory of what's going on, you will sort of see clearly what it is you need to do and be able to do it with clarity and with a vision of purpose and make it happen. But you have to take a good look and you have to really assess it for what it is, how it is, and then go about changing it. This says to me, it being the first card of the deck means that it's a leader. It's like you can do this, you can move forward, and you can have it done. But you just have to get clear and get really serious about your attention and your intention about what you want financially and how you're going to go about getting it. And any of the other stuff, you have to cut it away. Like the stuff where it's not serving you. If it's other people needing your help, you're going to have to let that go. Okay? And get clear on that. So that's your card for the night. I'm going to end on that, on the great all-seeing eye, on the full moon of Pisces. Okay? Harvest moon. Y'all need to go out into your yards, strip off your clothes, dance under the harvest moon, light a fire, you know, put on some sheepskin and attach some horns to your head and do some sort of fertility dance. That will improve your finances. Oh, thank you, Brittany. Brittany says, oh my God, you're reading my life. Thank you. All from one card. Imagine what I could do with multiple cards. You guys, I'm available for private readings. You can reach me through the Facebook page, through my business page. Please follow me on Instagram. Please follow me on YouTube. Please follow me to the zoo. Just follow me. I don't give a shit. Follow me. I need followers, people. I'm trying to build my business and live my dream, and I need you guys to help me to do that by putting it out there as much as you can, anywhere you can. If you really are amazed with the work I do, or if you even halfway like the work I do, please help me by supporting me, by letting people know that I exist, that I do good work, and that you have benefited in some way, shape, or form. And every time that I benefit you, I feel like I benefit, because I feel like I'm serving a better purpose than just sitting around like a lump on a log. And if I was working at Walmart, that's what I'd be doing, is being a lump on a log. And I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to hold true to what I want to do, which is this. So help me in that, and I will help you guys in your stuff as best I can. And thank you all for attending tonight. It was great. Please go to the YouTube channel and look at the new unboxing videos. Give them a like, hit the thumbs up sign, subscribe, hit the bell. Please post this video wherever you feel like it would greatly be used or appreciated. Those are just ways you can support. I have an Amazon wish list. If you want to go there, you can go there and send me a deck. That helps me to create content by making unboxing videos. It also gives me other decks to work with and play with on nights like this. Other ways of supporting me, just liking it, subscribing, and following and attending the events. I greatly appreciate it. I greatly, greatly appreciate all the donations from everybody that donated. And those of you that didn't donate, I appreciate you too, just for being here, being patient, and waiting for your readings. If you guys weren't here attending this event tonight, then, you know, I'd be sitting here by myself doing nothing, screaming at my cat to get off the chair or stop eating that box of tarot cards. So you guys make these events happen just as much as I do. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I think that's it. I think I'm going to sign off. Remember, it's all just energy. Whatever's plaguing you, whatever's worrying you, whatever's bothering you, if you can find the blessing or the gratitude for it, or the lesson or what it's teaching you, if you can shift your relationship to it so that you can find gratitude for it, you'll find that you shift the power, and you won't necessarily have, it won't plague you or bother you as much. And this is something that I practice all the time, as best I can. I'm not always perfect. Do I get caught up in fear and worry? Indeed. Am I in fear and worry about this? Indeed. But I just keep plugging along and keep reminding myself that this is where I feel happiest. This is where I feel like I'm doing the most good. This is where I'm smiling the most and having the most fun. So I'm hoping that the universe understands that and meets me. I shouldn't say hope. I know that the universe understands that and will meet me and make this happen. And I'm asking for your guys' help in the doing of that. So thank you. By attending, you have helped. And I look forward to seeing you guys. I do a morning forecast every morning. It's a group read. It's one card. I might change that up. We'll see. I'm going to tinker with the formulas a little bit. The thing is this is the gig. I'm watching people on YouTube grow like exponentially, and I can't figure out how they're doing it, and I'm not. And so I'm sort of bumming out on that. And I know that I've heard from a million people that you're not supposed to concentrate on the numbers when you first start out on YouTube. But unfortunately, I have been looking at the numbers, like how many views my videos get, or how many followers I have, or And I'm watching people grow like by thousands in like a month. And I'm like, how do they do it? What's going on? So I'm trying not to let that run my brain. And tonight was a great excursion from that, because doing this tonight reminds me why I love doing what I do and why I do this. Because it's fun, it's enjoyable. I feel like I serve a purpose. I think you guys enjoy it and have a good time. New people like April come in and go like, oh my god, he's reading me. But or we meet girls like Brittany who want to know about their finances. I'll tell you, girl. But it's been a fun night, and so I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you guys for tuning in. And just because I sit on this side with the cards and the charms and I help you doesn't necessarily always mean that I have all of my own answers. I'm human too, so I can relate with you guys about like fears and worries. But what I can tell you is I do better when I find the gratitude or the inspiration to raise my vibration amidst my worry and fear. It just helps. So it's all energy, it all is constantly changing and flowing, and you have to believe that. The more you believe that, the faster you're going to find your way out of whatever it is that is bugging you. They pay people to tell them they are cool. Is that what it is, Fanny? Like, it's really weird because I'm watching some of them and they're growing by like literally 12,000 subscribers in a month, and they're like cray cray. I'm watching some of these readers and I'm like, wait, how did you just gain 12,000 subscribers in the last 2 weeks? I don't get it. All right, you guys, I love you guys. I'm going to sign off because I am tired and now I need to eat. And I'll be back on in the morning. And this Sunday, we start with our new deck. Hold on one sec. Oh, wait. There's one thing I want to do before we all go. Wait, don't go. I want to pull one last card. I don't know how many people are still in the room. A couple more announcements. This is the new deck. Thank you to Jen Nichols for sending this from the Amazon wish list. This is the deck that we're going to be using for next week's forecast in the morning. It's going to be interesting. It's going to change up the energy of the forecast in a big way. And I did an unboxing, and I'm excited about the use of this deck. I think others are too, and the majority of the group on Facebook voted for this deck. So this is what we'll be using. If we like it, we'll stay with it for a week or two, and then we'll do another vote for a new deck just to keep it the flavors changing, okay? The other thing I wanted to do, and I unboxed this today on YouTube specifically for this, is the Moonology deck. Let's do a card for the group tonight because it is a full moon. So this card now, April, let me just explain this to you, April. This card is for everyone. You can enjoy this card too. You're allowed to enjoy this card. This card is from the Moonology deck. This deck is hard to get all of a sudden. With all the crazy planetary stuff that's been going on, these decks have been sold out everywhere. I was able to get a copy off of Etsy out of New York. So let's do a moon card since tonight is a full moon event. So let's shuffle for that. Let me switch the cameras and see if it's still out of focus. What the fuck? I don't know, man. That's so weird. Let me try something really quick, see if I can fix this. Okay, there. Alright, so let's see. Moon card for tonight for the group as I send them off into the full moon in Pisces energy, and Cantina shuffle. What card best suits us as a group? Okay. So here is everybody's card for the night. Wow, this is weird. This is, oh no, this is different than one of the cards. In the unboxing, I got the North Node card. This is South Node. It says, don't let your past hold you back. Okay, do you guys see that? I don't know how well I'm not holding it, but it's the South Node card. I'm going to go to the other camera. So if you watch the unboxing video that I did today, one of the cards that got pulled was the North Node, which is weird because I thought this was the same card, but this symbol was up here. And so if you go watch the unboxing video that I did today, and I specifically did it today so that I could use these cards for tonight, this South Node, the North Node showed up. This is the symbol for the South Node. And when I look at this, it says, don't let your past hold you back. And when I think about some of the readings tonight, we were talking about things in the past and how sort of some of those beliefs have kind of dictated sort of our now and like how we approach the now. So this card is just a reminder from the moon and from, you know, sort of the universe to kind of think about that. We have this old path that is the clear path here, right? This line that's sort of clear and runs. We've been running along it for a while, but there's this break, right? There's this other line here that's sort of dashed, right? It may not be completely clear to us where it heads or how to get there or what to do, right? To get there, does that make sense? But maybe that's the line. Maybe we're at that intersection where instead of following what is simple and what we've been doing for so long, maybe we take this more pieced together unknown path and see where that leads. That's kind of what that card makes me think. Maybe we're at maybe this full moon can be a turning point for us where we can utilize it and its energy and make choices to maybe take the path less traveled, right? And go on a new adventure or a new way of looking at things, a new way of beliefs, a new way of not allowing our past to hold us back. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys with that. Enjoy your evening. North is purple, you're right. And so, but it's just funny that South showed up tonight too. North showed up in the unboxing as the card that I pulled from the unboxing today, and then North showed up tonight. So I just think it's interesting that the nodes showed up. Do you want to see my nodes? They're huge. Anyways, so there you go, you guys. I'm a dork, and that is your moon card for the evening. I mean, I can look up North Node, South Node, and see they have longer definitions. Do you want me to look that up for you? Where's my nodes? Let me touch my nodes. Ducky will touch my nodes if I ask her. Hold on, let me see. I'll read you from the book because I don't even know. I haven't even looked at the book yet. These are the full moon cards. No, full moon in Leo, full moon in Virgo, full moon in Capricorn. I should look at full moon in Pisces. Special moon cards. No. Hold on. Sorry. Wait, there's super moon, blue moon. Chingate. South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released. That there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. Like I said, that clear line, to me on the card, feels like the easier, safer path, but it may not be the more beneficial one. Tune to the moon. I release the past. Additional meanings for this card. A relationship is karmic and is played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive. Girls, stop. Or just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Shit. The teaching. The south node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us what we are likely to become obsessed with, but which will probably do us little or no good. The south node, basically, it's cocaine, essentially. The south node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. Okay! Damn! The south node is bringing the heat, like shots fired from the south node. Fuck. Do you hear that? If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. There you go, people. That sums it up right there. We've just been told off by the south node. So, there you go. You guys have a great full moon. Thank you for attending. I love you all. It's been fun. We've been smacked in the face by the Moonology cards. No wonder why these are so hard to find. They've probably been in jail for abusing their users. Actually, I love it when cards do that. When they just like tell it like it is. There's this other deck that I got that I unboxed called the Breakup deck. Oh, it's brutal. It's so good. So, any of y'all contacting me for like love readings, you're in trouble. Just saying. Alright, you guys. I am going to sign off. Hey, Linda Massa, how are you? I've just been on for 2 hours. Actually, 2.5 hours. I am signing off. So, you guys have a great night. I need to eat, and I need to go cuddle a cat or a puppy or something and cut cords. Oh, that's one thing too. We've all been in the group tonight, and we've been having a good time. Remember to like release all cords and energies that you may have attached or brought with you or left with after the event. Even chatting in a chat room electronically, we can cord each other and exchange energy that way. So I always do that myself, and I try to remind you guys that to take back your energy, and I will take back mine, and you guys take it back from each other. Just consciously intend that, and that way we are back in our own spaces, safe and happy and healthy, and we have all our energy about us. All right. You guys have a great night. You're welcome, Christina Avalos. I didn't know you were still in the room. Thank you for staying the whole time. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good night, Michaela Seward. Good night, Linda Massa. It's okay that you were working. You are always working, my dear. You guys have a great night. And the South Node is not messing around, Kristen. The South Node, he's from the South Side, okay? I don't even know how to throw gang symbols, but South Node would be like, got a bandana on and shit, and be like, doing drive-bys and shit, shooting at you. Shots fired! Ah, it's the South Node! Alright, you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Alright, I gotta go. I got puppies and kitties to love, and rainbows and unicorns to dream about. Alright, have a great night, you guys.